Till now, so many people still don't believe that there was actually a coup plot to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, till now, many people still don't believe that there was an actual coup plot to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, just in, Nigerian Army headquarters redeploys 56 major generals, 11 brigadier generals in major shakeup. I repeat, just in, Nigerian Army headquarters redeploys 56 major generals, 11 brigadier generals in major shakeup. With all these reports, you can say that there was an actual coup to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Another information, Air Force officer was assigned to assassinate NSA, the Nigeria Security Advisor, Ribadu, in failed coup. In this coup, an Air Force officer was specially assigned to assassinate Ribadu, the National Security Advisor. Now, if all these things are being reported, would you still believe that there was an actual coup to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? When Sahara Reporters and Premium Times made the revelation, some people were saying it is fake news. And I said that forget all this, it is fake news. There is an actual coup to kill President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and this one to kill the NSA, to eliminate the vice president. Now, the next information, Chief of Army Staff appoints senior officers to strategic command and staff positions. I repeat, Chief of Army Staff, the new one, appoints senior officers to strategic command and staff positions. Now, those that are in the military defense headquarters, they will remove you and carry you to administrative. Sensitive position. They will put loyalists to Tinubu, to the government of the day. They will put them in sensitive positions and take those that are loyal to the northern hegemony, loyal to Arewa. They will take them to administrative. I repeat, there is a reshuffling going on in Nigerian Army. Major. Why? Because of this report. Now, 16 military officers. 16 military officers. If it were some people, they would say it is a Muslim coup. Their names were published, those involved. I said it that some people, some officers were under arrest. Somebody was saying that, what is this boy saying? Now, Premium Times have put out their name. And it happens to be that all these guys, they are northerners. It happens to be 90% of them are northerners. Their names, Colonel M.A. Maji, Colonel S. Bapa, Colonel Hayatu, Dangnap, Colonel Major Ibrahim, Major Jida, Major Usman, Major Yusuf, Major Dauda, Captain Ibrahim, Captain Yusuf, Lieutenant Felix. I don't know whether that one is in Northerner. Lieutenant Commander Abdullahi, Squadron Leader Adamu, picked from the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force. So, with all these points of mine, you can attest to the fact that there was an actual coup to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it was perpetrated by Northerners. When I say Northern Nigeria, when I was talking about this coup, and I'm pointing to the Fulani and Northern Nigeria, some people say, what is this guy saying? You are trying to divide the country. I'm telling you, there's difference between fact and reality. The fact is what the media brings to you. The reality is what you don't know. So when Sahara Reporters, Premium Times, and the Nigerian Army were giving their take on the coup, I sat back, I was looking at their body language, and I saw the reality. I told you that this coup that the Nigerian Army is debunking or saying that they just arrested officers, I understand that such secret information should not be let out to the public so that they can successfully arrest whoever that was involved in such coup plot to remove the president. I understand that. Because if they leak the information, those people that were involved, they might look for a way to like shield themselves, cover themselves, and run away. Yes, I understand that. When I told you that this, forget about what they are saying, this coup is a real coup, and it's being perpetrated by Northerners. I am not in the government, but I have this intuition. I have told you before that I have a gift of intuition. That when I look, I cannot be 100% correct. All my analysis is not 100% correct. I make blunders. No, I can never be 100% correct. But I'm concerned about the state of Nigeria. That is why I come out to put out my thoughts to you. Open your eyes to some realities that I'm seeing. I cannot see this alone. I said that since Tinubu came into power, the first thing he had to do was to make sure that he cripples the Fulani influence in Nigeria. And we can see it today from the names. Somebody is calling it a Muslim coup. Thank God you don't have an Igbo person there, because if you had an Igbo person there, they will have pushed another propaganda left, right, center, like they did during the Civil War. British, because they dominated the media. British now said Igbo coup. That Igbo coup, if you know what that Igbo coup cost Nigeria and the Igbos, that's two letters, two words, sorry, Igbo coup. Now this is a Muslim coup. Nobody's going to push an agenda with that. Nobody's pushing an agenda with that. So if you like yourself, I want to tell the president, unite Southern Nigeria, because this one a small one, this one a small one. The North cannot survive without power. The North only depend on power to survive. So if power is the only thing that they can survive on, they will never stop at what they are doing today. They will never stop. You think this is the end of whatever they are going to do? Because looking at the nature of the Fulani captured, Fulani-led Northern Nigeria, they will never stop. They have never stopped before. They have never stopped attacking villages and farms. They have never stopped using Islam, using jihad to convert people and forcefully make them slaves. They have not stopped, even in today's century. They have never stopped. So this particular shakeup, this particular regime of President Bola Tinubu would not even make them stop. You can slow them down. The only thing that you can make that can, if you want to deal a decisive blow on these elements that want to destroy nations in this country, is to restructure the country. All this little restructuring, they are okay. But if we stop at this restructuring, if they enter power, they go restructure and back. A Northerner once said, all this appointment that Tinubu is doing, don't worry, when we get into power, it just takes like 6 months. We'll do meeting, we'll reshuffle everything back. But see, look at the restructuring that will work. The restructuring that will work. If they tamper with the 1999 constitution and they give power to individual units in Nigeria or regions in Nigeria, if they give power to regions in Nigeria, it will be difficult for the Fulani to overturn it. At least the Fulani cannot play that politics to the extent whereby they can have majority in the house. Yes, even though they follow Tinubu's template of trying to muzzle opposition and everything, they might never be effective within 4 years. I tell you, highest 8 years. 8 years, it will be full-blown war between Southern Nigeria and Northern Nigeria. If any Fulani comes and wants to, like, if Nigeria is restructured to the extent whereby states have a larger control of their resources and contribute to the center, or regions have a sizable control of their own personal resources and contribute to the center, and a Fulani president comes in wanting to change it, it is going to be full-blown war between nations in Nigeria and that Fulani government. So the only thing that can be done is for Nigeria to be restructured if you want peace and progress. If you want peace and progress, because there are some elements in Nigeria that have that are highly placed that doesn't want Nigeria to prosper. You cannot use prayer. You cannot use prayer and pray them away. This kind cannot go out except by a special fasting and prayer. What is fasting? You subject yourself to a certain lifestyle. To a certain lifestyle. Then you begin to speak out. That's what I understand by fasting and prayer. This kind can only go out by restructuring. So it is clear in your eyes that there's an actual number of people that wanted the president out. Somebody was saying, what is this guy saying? What is he saying? My brother, please, I'm having to give you my opinion. Because me, I cannot stay in this country and not achieve. I have potentials. And some people will decide to limit me from fulfilling my potential because of the policies they are making, because of a kind of sentiment they have over the people. Have you experienced Fulani attack before, bandit attack in your village? If you have experienced it, you will not sit down and start talking and saying this one and that one because you have not experienced it. Do you have relatives that have experienced Fulani attack? Fulani enter their village, he kill people run away from their ancestral home. You are staying in your house now. You are complaining of say, I don't know where I want to pay my house rent. We are talking about you are running away from your house to an unknown place to go and squat to somebody. Your house you built, you are running away. You are not even taking anything sizable and tangible. You are living in fear. You are living in fear. You are not talking about whether you don't eat. You are living in fear because you have not experienced it. Not to talk of the kind of influence the Fulani have in higher places. I tell you, who are those? See, much more, I will not say more than this. Let the government and let the top media houses make the revelation. All these people you are seeing, all these northerners you are seeing, they are not working alone. They can never work alone. There's no, like I told you, if you talk about insecurity in anywhere, the people that are the soldiers or that are the foot soldiers or these Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, ISWAP, they never work alone. They can never work alone. That ecosystem, you cannot survive alone. You must survive with the support of a government or of an institution in power. I tell you, Boko Haram cannot survive without the politicians, without traditional rulers, without religious leaders. In northern Nigeria, any form of criminality must have a connection to a particular institution. So all these people you see that have been named, that they are part of the blah, 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 they cannot work alone. They cannot work alone. There's always a sponsor. And then you know that Tinubu's government, there's a bigger problem in our hands as people. As southern Nigeria and the Middle Belt, there's a bigger problem because the Fulani have decided to join hands with external power to sabotage the government of the day. See, I will not cross my boundary because some of these issues we are discussing, they are very sensitive. But me, I don't mind to stand up on my feet, to fight for my right and die in the process. I don't mind it. That is the greatest honor a man can give himself. Because you speak truth, you will still die. You don't speak truth, you don't go still die. People that are afraid to die, the way I detest such people, even as a Christian, as a child of God, to live is Christ, to die is gain. You see, the reason why some Christians don't want to die because their lifestyle is not, they are living bad life. That's why they are afraid if I die now, I will go fire. But when you know you are living a life of Christ, you are defending the faith, you are standing on righteousness. Nobody is perfect. It's God's grace that is helping us to live the life we are living. You will not be afraid of death. I'm standing, I'm fighting. God placed me amongst the people, the Igbo people. I'm standing, I'm fighting for my existence. I'm not denigrating you and your culture and your existence. I am defending my existence. And I die in that process. My brother, I'm not afraid to die. We will all die one day. So if you are afraid that this won't happen, my brother, if the societies we build today, let me go to this, let me divert a bit. The societies we build today was not built by coward people. They were built by brave men who sacrificed their lives. Your village is standing today because some brave people actually stood against invaders. They sacrificed their lives. You're not afraid to die, but you, this generation, you're afraid. Any spot you're afraid. If you reach, if they fire gun today, you see, they will run away. Look at Tanzania. Look at what's going on in Tanzania. That is how people defend territories, defend systems. People stand up against any invasion. This is a political invasion by the Fulani in Nigeria. Tinubu and Co., they are standing up to the Fulani, although they have their own flaws. They have their numerous flaws. But that particular standing up against the Fulani, it takes a brave person. In fact, if you want to succeed in life and you're not brave, you go nowhere. You will just be, they will be bullying you, they will be patting you, they will be pushing you one side. You go nowhere. You see how Tinubu is brave. He doesn't care. He enter. He doesn't care whether it's going to cost him in second term. He removes subsidy, both on electricity and also on oil. Now there's a 15% tariff on imports to discourage people importing fuel into Nigeria, thereby giving Dangote leverage and other people, whatever it is. Let me not even digress. Let me not go there. So when you look at all this, even the Northerners, the Fulani themselves, they're not afraid of that. Why are you afraid? Don't see. You need to make a decision with yourself that this is what I'm going to stand to fight for, and I'm going to die for it. To die is gain. To die is gain. To die is gain. As a Christian, to die is gain. Jesus died and a lot happened. His death gave birth. You see, when you plant a seed on the ground, the seed goes into the soil and it dies. After dying, it comes out anew and produces more. So death is gain. Having said that, from now on, the investigation has not stopped. Whatever that is going to happen, you go see, say, the next report we are supposed to get, even Premium Times, you no go get them. Sahara Reporter no go get them. Premium Times. I'm getting breaking news here. Fresh plots, leaks, details expose those behind. See, I'm getting updates, left, right, center. The main issue here is that there has to be an external backing on this. Hello? There has to be an external backing. Look at the first report of Sahara Reporters. A certain Al Makura, who was accused of being like the reported, alleged mastermind of the whole stuff. They said he came back from China training. He came back from China training. I wish Nigerians can understand the politics going on in this whole thing. What Tinubu is up against is not small thing. Maybe they went to United Nations General Assembly to go and question the power that be. They went to look at UK that supported a two-state solution. Let me make this picture clear. UK supported a two-state solution in Israel. UK now is about to enter a civil war. It is something that may be evident. Look at the mayor, I think mayor of London, Khan, and the British monarch, Prince Charles. Look at the clash. Ireland. The Irish people are saying, we don't want to be part of UK again. They are voting. They have done a referendum. This is directly after they supported a two-state solution at the United Nations General Assembly. So after Nigeria joined the whole parade to support a two-state solution, with Shetima making that iconic statement, you can see there's a coup scare. There's a coup scare. Tinubu has taken a bold step. He has touched the lion's tail. He also needs to go and mobilize his brothers. Tinubu is like a hyena facing a lion, which is the external powers. I will not call names. All these things that are happening, you have to look at connect. If you read history, you understand that if this happened, a journalist can speculate. I got into the school of journalism. The proprietor then said something. She's a woman. She said something. As a journalist, you can speculate. I sat down and I had to look at it, speculate. Am I bet Nigeria, or are we playing kalo here? She now said, if you look at what happened in 1981, because history is bound to repeat itself. Look at what happened in 1981. And if the same similar circumstances is repeating itself, you can speculate that this is likely to happen since it happened in 1981. That is when I made peace with myself that a journalist can speculate. So this speculation is that since Tinubu touched the lion's tail, he should wait and see more that is coming. You can see the genocide. If let's say the genocide, they are sustaining it. They are using genocide. My brother. I want to advise the President Tinubu. My suggestion: I cannot influence his circle. I can only influence the government by what I'm doing and my vote, and having a pressure group to inform the people and work on perceptions. That's what I can do. But the decision of this advice, I don't have any influence. Whatever the president is doing, carry along southwest and southeast and north central. Whatever the president is doing in appointment to whatever it is, carry along these people. Because if it is only the southwest that will benefit from your government, me, I'm not even I'm not moved by if the president make it appoint all Yorubas in all parts of government. I know that everything is going to backfire normally. But my advice, uniting Southern Nigeria is the key in anything you're going to do. You cannot unite Southern Nigeria and you only favor a particular region, that is the southwest. No, it doesn't happen. Because if there's a time that will come that the Fulani will take over, the same people that you are shouting Southern Nigeria with, they would have to align with those forces against you. That is how politicians roll. When I'm a politician, I'm not yet practicing politics. I understand how they do. It is their interest. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy. So now that Tinubu has touched the lion's tail, let it be known that you need your brothers. He's an hyena. Go and call your fellow hyena. They should come together because the lions are coming. The lions are coming. And if you as a hyena, you are not well occupied, swelling your numbers and defend yourself. Now, Nigeria does not have the machinery to stand against the West. That is why I call the West lions. May God help Nigerians.